U.S. astronaut Scott Kelly and Russian cosmonaut Mikhail Kornienko are about to undertake a 12-month tour of duty on the International Space Station. It will be the longest continuous stay anyone has had aboard the 400 km high orbiting platform. Scientists hope to get a keener idea of the effects on the human body of living in microgravity for extended periods. The space agencies say the data will be invaluable as they plan towards eventually mounting a mission to Mars. Kelly and Kornienko will launch from Baikonur in Kazakhstan in a Soyuz vehicle at 1:42 local time, Saturday, 1942 GMT Friday. They will be joined on the flight up by cosmonaut Gennady Padalka, but his tour will only last the normal 6 months. Arrival at the ISS should occur about 6 hours after liftoff. Although Kelly and Kornienko will set an endurance record for the space station, some of the stays aboard the old Russian Mir platform were much longer. 4 cosmonauts lived on Mir at various times for more than a year, with Valery Polyakov spending a mammoth 437.7 days in orbit in 1994–95. The last time we had such a long-duration flight was almost 20 years, and of course all scientific techniques are more advanced than 20 years ago, Kornienko was quoted as saying by the AP wire service in the pre-launch press conference. And right now we need to test the capability of a human being to perform such long-duration flights. So this is the main objective of our flight, to test ourselves. Kelly added, one of the differences here is that we're doing it as an international partnership, and if we're going to go beyond low Earth orbit again, perhaps to Mars, because of the cost and the complexity it will most likely be an international mission, so we see this as a stepping stone to that. Space Twins. Knowledge on how to mitigate some of the deleterious effects of living in zero-G has improved markedly since the Mir era, and the expectation is that Kelly and Kornienko will come back in a better shape than those early pioneers. Programmed nutrition and exercise routines now prevent much of the bone density loss and muscle weakness that earlier astronauts used to experience. However, there are other problems that doctors still need to study and understand. They have poor data on the effects on immune function, for example, and there is considerable concern about the damage spaceflight causes to the eyes. This is a newly recognized phenomenon, and appears to be related to the way fluid is redistributed in a weightless body. Pressure is seen to build in the skull and on the optic nerve, and a large number of astronauts return to Earth complaining that their vision is not as good as when they went up. By having Kelly and Kornienko on board for a year, the agencies will be able to monitor how such complications progress beyond the normal 6-month tour of duty. Kelly's situation is made more interesting by the fact that he has an identical twin brother, Mark Kelly, who was himself an astronaut before retiring from the U.S. Space Agency in 2011. The pair will be used in a comparative study, one in space, one on the ground. Relativity theories predict that Scott Kelly should age less quickly than his brother while speeding above the Earth, but only by a few milliseconds over the year.